The property I'm seeing is in New Cross, which is located in St John's, and Telegraph Hill, which owes its name to a semaphore telegraph station sited here in the late 1700s, from which news of Wellington's victory at Waterloo was passed to London. Well, this really is a lovely part of London. Actually, the land was originally owned by the Worshipful Company of Haberdashers, who set out some fairly stringent criteria in terms of the design of these buildings. And in fact, it remains a conservation area. Originally, these would have been single-family homes. A lot of them now have been converted into flats, which is exactly what I'm here to see. £395,000 was the guide price. 2 bedrooms. Let's have a look. The flat is on the first floor of this handsome Victorian villa, and the great news is that it comes with a nice long lease of 125 years. So what does inside have to offer? So, what have we got? Well, this little sort of landing area here. That way we'll explore in a moment, but up this small set of stairs to the main body of the flat. Useful storage cupboard there. Then you've got your kitchen. Nice size, actually, although it looks to me like the units could definitely do with updating. A small bedroom there. You know, it's not too bad. It's a single room for sure, but a really nice sized room here. Probably have this as your lounge, I would imagine. A really good space. Good sized ceilings, you've got this bay window, and if I'm not very much mistaken, yeah, that's really good news. One of the big expenses in renovating a property like this, especially as this is actually in a conservation area, would be to replace the windows, because they'd probably want you to put traditional ones back in wood. They are going to be expensive, but by the look of this, although the outside paintwork is a bit ropey, I reckon these are relatively new. You can tell that by the sort of the double glazed units, and then yeah, so that is going to save you a good few £1,000s. So as a starting point, yeah, that's good. And if we take a wander up the second flight of stairs to the back of the flat, well, I think I can hear London calling to the faraway towns. Well, that view certainly is one of the big selling points for this flat. But this is the bedroom, certainly the main bedroom. It's a little bit small. It sort of feels a little bit small for the size of the flat, I don't know. But I think you're going to have to do some internal jiggling around anyway, because the bathroom is huge. Look at this. Not exactly the most inspiring design, but you've got lots of space. So that's a sort of starting point for what you might do in terms of rejigging the flat. And I'm wondering if you could turn this into a 3-bed without losing too much. I think the bathroom could be a bit smaller. I think that room could be sacrificed a little bit. I think you could definitely play around in here with a bit of careful thought and the approval of the freeholder of the building to create something which is even more inspiring. But all in all, I think it's definitely a place that has that classic thing, our potential. And on the subject of potential, there is roof access available in this flat. However, you don't have ownership and would need to negotiate with the freeholder to buy any loft space. That's even more potential. But I'm not convinced it's worth the hassle and the cost. Time to ask a local estate agent what she would do with this flat, guided at £395,000.
So if I was to do anything to the property, it would be converting the bathroom, as you've got a lot of space in there. You could possibly make it into a 3rd bedroom, which would improve the rental income. And also you have a lot of space in the kitchen, which you could potentially use as a kitchen slope dining area, or even a bit more space to the hallway.
There are oodles of options available here to the new owner, regardless of whether they went down the rental or sales route. So, for starters, how much could they hope to make if they put this property on the resale market?
So if you used to sell the property as a 2-bedroom, you could achieve £475,000. And if you used to sell the property as a 3-bedroom, you could achieve £575,000.
And what kind of rental figure could this flat achieve?
As a 2-bedroom, you could achieve £1,400 per calendar month. And if you was to rent the property as a 3-bedroom, you could achieve £1,500 per calendar month.
Well, the flat's in a really nice area and does benefit from those incredible views out the back. A possibility of doing a bit of internal jiggery-pokery to sort out the layout, so I think it's a very good one to go for. Let's see who agreed when it went under the hammer.
Self-contained flat, this one, as you see it. Great part of New Cross, this. Got to start at 400,000 if you want it. 400, somebody? It will not be offered at less than £400,000. They are my instructions, so if you don't want it for 400, I can't sell it to you. 400 unbid, thank you. 402. 402.
The bids for this lot were slow to come in, but gradually more bidders became interested, and we rejoin at 424,000.
424, 425. Come back to you in a minute. Now it's at the back of the room at £424,000 for the first. 424, 425, 426. No. 425 then with your my right. 426 anywhere else. 426 in the new place behind you. 427. 428. 429. You sure? 428 then. You're out here. Still out on my left at the back. Yours at 428 for the first. 428 for the second. Third and final time at £428,000. All three of you are not far away from the Housing Association's valuation on that, or what their valuer sets the reserves at, so we'll come and have a chat with you and see what we can do for you.
As the property didn't reach the lowest acceptable price the vendor had set, that's known as the reserve price, it was negotiations that happened after the auction that led to the deal. And it was Johnny who picked up the lot for £430,000. Johnny and various members of his family all work on projects, and he's been on the show a couple of times. We met Johnny last time in Kent, where he transformed a 3-bed mid-terraced house. So I met him back at his latest purchase to find out more. Johnny, good to see you.
Hi.
You're a veteran on Homes of the Hammer, though, aren't you?
Done a few now.
Is this what you do? Remind us, because you met Lucy last time, didn't you?
Yeah, I met Lucy last time. Yeah, we tend to buy and sell properties in between our other works that we do, but yeah.
OK, what's your other works?
We've got a heating company.
Oh, OK, that works.
Yeah.
So what about this flat then? What was it that attracted you to this one?
Nothing. I didn't know about this flat. We turned up to look at something else. We didn't get it, so we didn't want to go home empty-handed. So we bought this.
So had you seen it?
No.
No. Had you read the legal pack?
No.
Right. Did you know the street?
Yes.
OK.
Yeah, no,
They are nice houses on this street, to be fair.
beautiful.
Are you surprised that you weren't beaten in the auction by people who'd seen it and spotted the fact that the windows have been done? It's a nice area and it's quite big.
I think so, because what happened was, obviously, we were there early on for our property we were going to get, we didn't get, so we had a bit of lunch, we came back, and literally, I didn't even see it in the catalogue. The next thing, the postcode come up, I was like, oh, that's interesting, and the old hand started being stuck in the air.
You hadn't even seen the catalogue?
No, I completely, we had our heart set on something else, we thought, yeah, we're going to get it, it'd be okay. And so literally a postcode come up, oh, well, okay. We come out from having a cup of tea, and next thing, we didn't actually get it in the auction. We had to put a bid in afterwards. But yeah, we got it there and then, so I was very, very happy.
Wow. As we saw earlier in the show, Johnny isn't the first, and I'm sure he won't be the last to buy a property without seeing it. But not even reading the auction catalogue description, that's taking it to a new level. And with a £430,000 purchase price, he could have made a very expensive mistake. In fact, he had another 1.5% of seller's fees to stump up for. But overall, he's been very lucky. So what's the plan now?
We're going to turn it into a 3-bedroom.
OK.
As you've seen with the kitchen and the bathroom, they're very large. So we're going to squeeze another bedroom in where the bathroom is now, and maybe an ensuite for the master bedroom. We're going to make the kitchen open plan, living, dining, because the front room's quite a big space.
Who does the work? Is it actually you hands-on?
Yeah, hands-on, yep. From today, we'll be getting stuck in, and all members of the family will be coming down to help.
Really?
We're generally family-based. Obviously, we have a lot of projects going on at the same time, so we're in no hurry to kind of do it. We're looking on a sort of 6 months time scale, but yeah, generally no rush. And
what's the kind of budget that you've set aside?
I'm expecting probably between 20 and 30,000.
And from your point of view, is this was one in a steady line that you're going to be taking on? Is it just you can see an end to what you do?
There's always an end goal, there's an end figure.
What's that? Is that a number of properties?
The number of properties, yeah, and obviously money in the bank. But yeah, no, we continue. You know, we'll do this one, and hopefully we sell this one, move on to bigger and better, and you know, whatever comes along. As I say, generally, a lot of our properties we go to the auction to buy something, and so we always end up undervaluing ourselves and not having enough money to buy it, so we buy something else, and 99% of the time it's been okay.
Listen, congratulations, well done. I look forward to seeing how you get on.
Thank you very much.
Now, look, I've heard of people buying properties without visiting them. I've heard of people buying properties without reading the legal pack, but I've never heard of somebody buying a property without even looking at the auction catalogue. It's just a really foolhardy strategy, so don't do it. How will you get on sorting this place out, though? Lucky Johnny? You can find out later in the show. South East London now and the New Cross area. And it was here we saw a split-level, two-bed flat situated in a listed building. This property, I thought, had so much more to give. I'm wondering if you could turn this into a three-bed without losing too much. I think the bathroom could be a bit smaller. I think that room could be sacrificed a little bit. I think you could definitely play around in here with a bit of careful thought and the approval of the freeholder of the building to create something which is even more inspiring. Yes, if you studied the layout and looked at the space, I was sure you could improve this flat greatly. And it seemed like the perfect project for someone who we've met on the show before, Johnny, who bought it for £430,000. And along with working in the family heating business, he has done a number of property developments and therefore surely saw the potential here. Hadn't he?
We turned up to look at something else. We didn't get it, so we didn't want to go home empty-handed. So we bought this.
So had you seen it?
No.
No. Had you read the legal pack?
No. I didn't even see it in the catalogue. The next thing, the postcode come up, I was like, oh, that's interesting. And the old hand started being stuck in the air.
You hadn't even seen the catalogue?
No.
Oh dear, my head it turns astray away. Sometimes I can't see clear. Oh dear, oh dear.
Well, we've come across people who don't see the property and haven't read the legal pack before, but not even to read the description in the auction catalogue. Well, that was a new one on me. And he paid £430,000 just because it had the right postcode. Well, that really is a lottery. And Johnny hoped the numbers to making it a winning ticket were a £20,000 to £30,000 budget and a 6-month timescale. He planned to turn this two-bed flat into a three-bed one. And now those 6 months have flown by, so has his gamble paid off? Well, a nice new white kitchen to start things off, and it's slimmer and sleeker. And now a kitchen diner. And where the kitchen has grown in length, it's slightly narrow to accommodate a new bathroom. As Johnny has taken space off the kitchen, elsewhere he's found a bit more room.
Well, this room here in the property was a small box room. We've managed to move the wall 2.5 inches over to the right here, which has given us a lot more space. And we've moved the wall down about a metre, which into the hallway area. But it's managed to give us a nice double room now, which we're very proud of.
So one bigger and better bedroom. With the former bathroom converted into another bedroom and a large bedroom at the back of the flat fully finished, Johnny has got the 3 bedrooms he'd hoped for. So this has all worked out quite well, hasn't it?
A bit nervous actually when we bought it. So when we first got the keys to come around and have a look at it, it's a bit of a surprise, but lucky, again, we struck gold. Well, we think we struck gold, so we're very happy with it.
Well, it's certainly beginning to look that way. And who was it who gave it that golden touch?
When it come down to the work, me and my colleague, my brother-in-law Billy, we done most of the work from top to bottom, really all the hard stuff. the up and down the stairs, which is, it's like a penthouse here, so it's up and down the stairs, which was the hard bit. I got my son in for Taylor from college when I could. But yeah, personally myself, I've done probably about 80% of the work. We got a decorating company in to help us out because it's just too much, and we had other projects on the go at the same time, so we just wanted to get it done.
Johnny has been busy with his heating business, so this project was put on the back burner. But even so, he managed to stick to his 6-month timescale. Did he do the same with his £20,000 to £30,000 budget?
We spent quite a bit more than that. We've come in at about 54,000. But again, doing my research there afterwards, we found the property would be worth a little bit more than we expected in the meantime. So we've had to put a bit more money into the property to get it back out. And the spec, certainly stands out to show we've put the money in.
Yes, it's clearly done to a high spec, but £54,000 on top of a £430,000 purchase price does bring this 3-bed flat in at £484,000. So has Johnny made the right changes? What do 2 local estate agents think?
I think this is a lovely property. One of the nice things about it is that being Grade 2 listed, they've had to retain the character and style of the original, but modernised at the same time, so it's a lovely balance between the two.
I think the way that the kitchen and living room has been created works very well. I think you've got some good space, very well proportioned, nice bathroom, good fittings, so yeah, should sell really well in this area.
I think the standard of finish here is very high and will be very appealing to the buyers.
Johnny would prefer to sell the flat on, but is he likely to see any profit on his £484,000 investment?
This property would resell on the open market for £550,000.
I think we'd put it on the open market for around £600,000 as an asking price, look to achieve somewhere very close to that.
600 would be nice, around the 600. If it's towards the lower end, we'd probably rent it out for a year or two and see what happens with the market.
But even the lower £550,000 price tag would see a pre-tax profit of £66,000 and at the top-end valuation a whopping £116,000. Not bad for a blind purchase. Gold indeed. If it was to be a rental property, what kind of return could Johnny expect to see?
For rental, this property will achieve in the region of £1,700 per calendar month.
Rental prices I would expect to achieve in a region of £2,000 per calendar month.
Yeah, good if you can get that kind of money, but we'd be looking to rent it, if we do rent it, for about £1,600 a month.
£1,600 per calendar month would generate a yield just below 4%, so the big money really is in a resale. And with other property projects already on the cards, it's more of the same for Johnny. But will he be good about checking it out before he buys again?
I will try to. It all depends on time, but yeah, probably not.
Oh, Johnny, no! Don't listen, viewers, don't listen. View the property, do your research, check the legal pack, check, check, check. Are you listening, Johnny?